Yesterday, we talked about having the talk, talking the talk, and walking the walk. I sat you down yesterday and I was like, it's time for us to talk. And some of you clicked off, some of you sat down and gave me a moment of your time just to talk with you. But today we're going to have a heart to heart. You know, heart to heart. You when you go to the doctor, they put the stethoscope around the neck and they put it to listen to your heart. They stick the prong in their ear and they're putting the cold piece of metal in your chest to see where your heart is. Let's check and see where our heart is. What are we hearing when we put that cold piece of metal on our spiritual chest? Where we can hear the main organ that's responsible for sustaining our lives beating. How is it beating? Is it irregular? Is it beating at all? What is it full of? What is our heart full of? The heart is so vital to our body that if we translate it spiritually, it's also equally, if not more important. The heart is the seat of the emotions. You may have heard this before, where it's your mind, your will, and emotions. They come through here. Whenever someone does you wrong, why do you feel it in your chest? It's because your heart is responding to what happened. And in the same way, your heart responds to what you put in it. I can put a whole bunch of lies in my heart. I can put a whole bunch of hate in my heart. What's going to come out my mouth? The Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So whatever I put in my heart, it's going to come right out through this hole in the middle of my head. And it's going to come out and it's going to project onto people. People are going to be able to say, that Joe, he's a liar. You know what, that Joe, he always wakes up on the wrong side of the bed. If that's you, don't worry. There's a way to change that. And the way that you change that is you purge those things out of your heart. That grudge that you're holding on, that level of unforgiveness that you're holding on to, it's damaging your heart. And not only is it damaging your heart, because we are connected through relationship by speaking to other people, we're damaging them too. So not only the devil gets a 2-for-1 deal in that one, he damages you by continually feeding you lies and you're believing the lies. And then you're able to then spew that out on people around you. So then not only do you have a bad day, you're ruining theirs too. You see how important it is to purge out those things? There's no better way to be able to get rid of something than to find out exactly what the problem is and admit that something's off. There's something that needs to be said about all of us at some point or another when we are speaking and how we're speaking to other people. We're speaking to people based upon what's in our heart. It's time for us to purge that heart out. It's the end of the year. We're about to head into another year. We're going into a different decade. And we can't keep holding on to the things that have plagued our heart for years. Some of these things have plagued us since we were children. When are we going to let it go? When are we going to say, why do I always have a bad mood? Or why do I always feel irritable when someone says a certain phrase or whenever they use a certain body language? Or does that remind me of what I grew up with? Or what does that remind me of an ex that I thought I forgot about, but when they did that, it reminded me of that person. And that's why I treat them that way. We have to be able to have a heart to heart, y'all. Let's have this heart to heart right now and be able to purge the things out of our heart that has plagued us and that's damaging not only us, but the people around us. They have nothing to do with what happened. But we keep penalizing them by spewing the things that are inside of our heart. It's heart check time. When you put that stethoscope to your chest, what is it saying? If you don't like what it's saying, you have the power to change that. So it's checkup time. Let's do it.